Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. Hello. Hey, everyone. It is Kimmi, Notary Life with Kimmi. While we wait for YouTube to notify a few people, I thought I would hop on really quick and share some things that happened with me today. For those of you who do not know, I am Kimmi, Notary Life with Kimmi on YouTube. I'm also one of the trainers and Notary Educators, where we help you to learn how to be a great notary, which is fundamental, to have a great foundation. And we teach in a very simple and clear way. You will not walk away saying, now what do I do again? It's very crystal clear. Hey, welcome to whoever is. I got one person joining me. I know it's toward the end of the year, but I thought I would hop on. I'm going to share these tips regardless to if anyone is able to join us or not, because it's a little training today. And then people will watch it on the replay at their leisure. And I know it's around 6 o'clock, right at traffic time. So hello to those who are joining me live, and those who will watch the replay. Again, I'm Kimmi, okay? So we'll give YouTube a few minutes to let people know. If you guys have any questions, I will answer a few questions tonight. Feel free to drop it there in the comments. I hope you enjoyed your time off with your family. You got a chance to rest. I caught up on a little TV and just chilled out a little bit. But I had some crazy stuff happen today. That's why I said I got to go live. And plus, I just felt disconnected since we didn't do the live on Monday. So, hey, everybody that's joining me. So I'm not live on Facebook tonight because sometimes I can't see the comments, and I did not want to ignore anyone. So I'll go back and I won't be able to upload this. Yeah, I'll upload this later to Facebook in case people did not see it. So what you guys up to? How was your time off with your family and work? And did you still work? Were you still working, notarizing, or whatever your secular job is? Were you still, hey, Tanya, what's going on? I will put, hey, Alyssa. Is it Elisa or Alyssa? Welcome. So, and welcome to those who will join us on the replay. So I hopped on tonight, guys, because I had a crazy day out there. And I thought it would be some training also for those of you who are newer to loan signing agent piece of being a notary. And it's just some tips you can use in any part of the notary business, actually. How's everyone been doing? Elisa. Okay, thank you, Elisa, for spelling that out for me. Welcome. Hey, Pamela J, what's going on there? So, like I said, I just hopped on because I got a few things that happened today. Oh, Sharonda did some Ron over the holidays. That is good. And Sharonda, it's funny that you said that, because as I was thinking, I'm in Georgia, so we've had some cold days. We actually had snow yesterday, a little bit, just a dusting. And the day before, and guess how I found out, y'all? On IG. I didn't even know, because I had just been watching some cable, and I didn't realize that we had snow in Atlanta. So I started watching IG, and it was so funny. So a couple of my friends put something out, and I said, oh, I was like, where's she visiting? And then somebody else put something out, another part of Georgia. And I said, well, do we have snow? So I got up and looked out my window, and I said, oh my God, we got snow. And I did not even know it. I felt so crazy. So anyway, I thought about our people, our notaries community that works in like New York, places, Michigan, where the snow, Colorado, where the snow is really, really bad. They cannot get out and make money. I was just thinking about them, and my heart was breaking. I was like, their business almost had to shut down, probably, because I know some people have monster trucks and all that, but most people probably was not able to make the money that they're accustomed to making because of the weather. And I just hadn't thought about that, because that's not my problem here in Georgia. I mean, we have a little dusting, okay, a day or so, even by the afternoon, it's gone, right? But for those who are like 6 feet deep and all that, and they can't get out, I was like, what are they doing? So I thought about Ron again. And if your state allows for you to do Ron, another stream of income that we need to really consider is Ron when you think about the weather. This is not a video about Ron, actually. This is not the training that I hopped on to talk about because I don't do Ron. I'm in Georgia, so it's not approved in my state. I'm actually going to give you some loan signing tips in just a second. Tanya said one of her goals is to do Ron for 2023. Yes, that's a stream of income. And hey, Yahuwah from Indianapolis. Welcome. Yeah, so I just thought about that. So if you are not doing Ron, which is remote online notary, for those of you who are new to the whole notary industry, that means you're sitting at home, the other person is sitting at home. I have about 6 videos that go into real deep detail about it, the pros and cons, several of them. But if you are able to in your state and you are not doing Ron, you are missing out on money. You are. Even if you don't do Ron, it's 50% of your business. When a time like it's snowing like it has been this last week, you need to be doing Ron. And again, I cannot do it. I'm not anti-Ron, but I do say be cautious of the fees that are associated with it. But if you can do it, it's another stream of income that if you don't know how to do it, you're missing money. Just like I always talk about, if you don't know how to do the I-9, if you don't know how to do ink fingerprinting, all these little things. If you don't know how to do apostilles, if you're not Ron and you can be, you're leaving money on the table, especially in these times when this weather is like this, you should still be able to make your money. So I was just thinking about that. So I'm not going to go on a tangent. Again, Ron is not legal in my state, but when it is, I will be doing it if it ever comes. So I don't waste a lot of time on trying to get the law changed in the state of Georgia and all that with Ron. They're going to do what they want to do. I'm just not going to waste my time on it. I use my time on how Kimberly can make money, right? How I can help you guys make money. But as far as all that, because Georgia and all these other states, they're going to do it. I mean, if it happens, great. But yeah. So Elisa says she is in Georgia and people are asking. Yeah. So again, don't get caught up in all the movements about we got to get Ron, because that could be some kind of political thing sometime. And I ain't getting into all that. But again, I try to do things that I know I'm going to make some money. IPEN is electronic also. So you got IPEN where some of the documents can be signed electronically. So you got REN, IPEN, all of that in person, electronic. Yeah, Tanya's correct. So, Brandy is saying, hey, Brandy, welcome. Brandy and Laura. So Brandy is saying, hi, we didn't get too much snow, but it was bitter cold in a few minutes outside of Detroit. Hey, Brandy, I didn't know. I'm from Detroit too. Well, my sister is up there. She said she got quite a bit of snow, and she was talking about how cold it was. Yeah, so that field inspection. So she said, I'm a few minutes outside of Detroit. I've done a few field inspections. I'm waiting to hear back from the state of Michigan to do Ron. Yes, very good. Amwoo says, what is Fidelity approved notary? So that's when you are approved by Fidelity. A company has to sponsor you, so you can't just apply for that somewhere. You can't just fill out an application or something. An actual signing company has to sponsor you to be Fidelity approved. So, for example, Coast to Coast, at one time, I did a lot of work with them, and they were saying they would help people become Fidelity approved. But you have to remember, even when you become Fidelity approved, that's just another little classification. It doesn't go to every signing company. It's only whoever requested that for you, if that makes sense. So even though I work with Coast to Coast and they help me get my being Fidelity approved application or whatever, when I go over here and work with Sun to Sun, that's a fake name, y'all. It might be a real company. I don't know. But if I go over here and work for Sun to Sun, it doesn't apply over there. So let me talk about what I came on here to talk about really quick. So I came on here to talk about what happened in one of my signings today. I made a mistake. I'm not above making a mistake. Y'all know we did a whole 3-week thing on making mistakes, right? But I made one today. So let me tell you why I made it first, and then I'm going to tell you what I did, okay? So why I made the mistake was I get to the signing, The client is a fast talker. Okay. It was only one page. So he did a refi somewhere else in another state, but the deed only had to be re-signed for whatever reason. I really think it was because it was an AKA statement on there. For those who do not know, AKA is like Kimberly Nunnally, also known as Kimberly Smith. So when you see that on a document, my nose is itching. I just ate something. Y'all know I eat all this bad stuff I'm not supposed to eat. I have a lot of allergies. But AKA means I was previously known as or also known as. So I have to sign the document exactly how they have it written. So I really think that's what happened. So today was just a deed only. So the whole refi package of 200, whatever, was already completed. And they only hired me to go out there and take the deed out. It was one document. It needed 2 witnesses. So I get there and the client is a fast talker. Okay, so I got to do that. And I was just like, excuse me. I'm already overwhelmed, right? Because I'm like, he's just talking so fast and like a rusher. He want to rush me, right? So then I look over one of the witnesses. She's sitting on the couch on her phone. Like she's super busy. So I need her to come and sign. And then the second witness is at the table helping the kids do some homework. And she kind of coming over rushing too. So I'm like, can I get everyone's ID? Everybody's just talking and the room is just getting louder and louder. It was some kids at the table, but the kids wasn't even loud. It was the adults. So finally I had to say, okay, everybody, let's just relax. Take control of the room. You guys know I talk about that all the time. Take control of the room. So I had to take control of the room. So I said, I did just like that. I said, okay, everybody. I put my hands up just like I'm doing for those who are watching live and who can see me on the video. I said, hey, hold on with a smile. I said, let's hold on 1 second, everybody. Let's just relax. So I got his ID. Then I took her ID. Then I took the other witness's ID. Okay. So we got everybody's ID. Now we're back to the signing. So this particular deed, and a lot of them will have this. They need you to confirm if the signer was in front of you. We didn't talk about this mistake during the last 3 lives that Alexis, Angela, and I talked about this, the 3 of us. So this is a different mistake. So it's always something, guys. I've done this before, but we didn't talk. I forgot about it during that conversation. So on your deed, though, it will say, was it signed in person in front of you? You have to check a box. Or was the signing completed by remote online notary? So I saw it. I have made that mistake before in the past, and I saw it today. But it was just so much going on. And I said, how did I miss that? So I took a picture of it because they wanted scan backs. So I had to scan it back. And I made it look all pretty, guys. I put my gold seal on it, and I put my stamps on it, and it just looked all official, right? So they wanted scan back. So I sent it over, chest stuck out like, yeah, I'm done. I'm finished. And it's getting ready to go to FedEx. Fortunately, we stopped at Sam's Club for a minute. Whatever happened over there, that's another story for another day. Couldn't get my stuff at Sam's Club. I'll just say that. Then get ready to go to FedEx, and I get an email from the signing company. And the signing company is like, I'm talking about my error for those of you who are just joining us, what error I made today. And I talked about Ron earlier, so go back and watch the beginning of the video if you're just now joining us. But so I get an email from the signing company. In the title, it says, hold on. What did it say right quick? Because I was completely outdone. Oh, it says review. Correction needed on deed ASAP. And I was like, correction? She talking to me? I cracked myself up. I said, she's talking to me. I need a correction. I said, I did everything. As a matter of fact, I even put a gold seal on it to make it look super pretty. And when she said what the correction was, I said, you know what? I did not do it. So again, the error that I made was on my signing. The deed document is a place for it to say, was it completed in person? You need to put a check. Or was it completed remote online notary? Right? So that was the error right there. So fortunately, I had not made it to FedEx because I had went to Sam's Club. If I hadn't went to Sam's, I would have been at FedEx and I would have been in trouble. More than likely, they probably would have sent it back to me. Or they might could have just put the check and confirmed with me. But they really want you to put everything in your handwriting. Because what if I tell them it was done, that the signing was completed remote, but it actually was in person or vice versa? So really, they don't want to write on the documents. That's you. Your part as a notary. You should correct your errors. So normally they're not going to be correcting your errors out there. But again, it wasn't nothing, I mean, super duper crazy. But obviously it was important because she said it was an error and she sent it back to me, right? So my point being, though, they're normally not going to correct your errors. You need to make sure your stuff is correct. So, but I had sealed up the FedEx envelope. It was all ready to go. So tip number 1 is make sure you check in person or remote. Tip number 1. Tip number 2 for tonight is make sure you have in your supply list some tape, regular old-fashioned Scotch tape. Why? I always have that anyway because the FedEx envelope, when you stick it in there, the label is such that it can open. So I always put a little piece of tape down there. I'm a little OCD when it comes to my documents. I always had that joke. But I don't play about my documents. I really don't. I don't play about my loan signings. So I put the tape on there to make sure that the shipping label does not fall out. So that's a tip. If you don't do that, put a little piece of tape down there to make sure your shipping label does not fall out. 1. Tip number 2 is have some tape. Okay. First, you want to have some tape in your little supply bag. I might do another supply video coming up. Matter of fact, I got a whole little series I'm doing for 2023 for new notaries just to take you step by step, everything you need. So it's going to be a little series that's coming up. I just got to record it. But fortunately, I had the tape in there because FedEx will give you some tape. Sometimes UPS will make you buy a whole roll of tape. So I actually have tape, just a little small roll, just from the Dollar Tree. So I had to open up the envelope, take it out, and put that little check mark on the document. I had to take it out. So I didn't rescan it and send it back to her. I just told her I did it so that I completed it. So I put it back in the FedEx envelope. Now I done tore the little strip off. So I have to tape that back, right? So I taped it really good so it wouldn't fall out my document. Because that would be a whole nother problem. So, but have some tape in your supply bag, okay? Have some tape in your supply bag. Let's see what else we had here. You guys have any other comments or any questions? How you been doing? Hey, Marcel, how are you, honey? What's going on? Miss Laura says she from the DMV. Very cold, no snow. Oh, that's good. Hey, Chantel. Chantel says happy holidays, everyone. Thank you, Miss Chantel. I know this year is almost over. So, we talked about goals. If you have not downloaded your free 2023 goal sheet that we prepared for you at Notary Educators, go to the website. It is completely free. It's a nice little goal sheet, to help you daily, monthly, and annually. So, because you write your big goals at the end, and then daily, you're going to be working toward your 2023 goals. It's a good time for reflection in all parts of our life. Oh, actually, I'm so glad she's here. I hope she's still here. Tanya, I started checking out Dr. Berg. I think it's Berg or Berg. I started checking him out, girl. I love him. So Tanya, when we were talking about 2023 goals, she's in the chat. She's part of our Facebook group. Tanya was talking about this doctor has been helping her to lose a few pounds, and she's been doing kind of like, not Play-Doh. What's the other one? Like no carbs. I forgot what they call it. But I ain't doing all that, y'all. That's real talk. But I have started implementing some of it, and I actually feel better already. But Dr. Berg video. So if you haven't checked him out, I'm telling you, it's amazing. I love his stuff. He talks about how to lose your stomach and all kind of stuff. So it's actually Dr. Berg on YouTube. Paleo. Thank you, Tanya. It's Dr. Berg on Paleo. So, keto. Yes. Reaching ketosis. Yes. Ketosis. Very good, Elisa. Thank you, guys. So, yeah. So I started watching Dr. Berg videos, and they have been simply amazing. And I didn't know he'd been around forever. I was talking to my mother-in-law, and she knew about him. Jeff didn't. Another friend of mine knew about him, too. I think Angela was the other person I talked to. Angela said, oh, yeah, he's been around forever. And I was like, I never heard of him. But he really, really, really drops a lot of knowledge. So health-wise, if you're looking for something to get into, again, I don't follow all of it. I'm just not that person. I don't usually do too much of everything somebody tell me to do. I'm going to do a little bit of it, though. But, like, just one thing. This is so far off, y'all. I'm just talking. But apples, he was talking about how apples are hard to digest. And I know that they are for myself, actually. But they're supposed to be so good for you. However, somebody else turned me on to eating oranges, and I'm just like, I've been loving eating some oranges. I have a lot of allergies, as you guys already know, but them oranges are really good for you. Yahuwah says, I need my behind whooped. Don't know what my issue is, but I'm stuck on the bench. Have yet to even advertise. Well, you know what I'm going to tell you? Like Jeffrey tells me, he said, Kim, you not hungry. When I have my moments where I'm acting crazy, like I don't want to go to work, or, like, oh, let the phone ring, which y'all know I hardly ever do that. I always answer my phone. But when I have those kind of moments where I'm like, fussing about something, he's like, well, you're not hungry. So when you get hungry enough, if you're working a full-time job, you're probably comfortable. You don't have to, but if you don't have anything else to do financially, like making money, and your bills are due, you'll start advertising. If this is what you have to do, that's why I would say it's a difference between a side hustle and a business, and I'm not going to go on no tangent because I sure will. Hey, Frank, what's up? You made it. Chantel says, hey, cousin Frank, happy holidays. So, yeah, that's the difference. Yahuwah, and no offense to you or anybody else, because when you get ready, and if it has to be your business, then you're going to treat it like a business. But if it's a side hustle, that's what I say about that. Like, I always use the comparison, aside anything is not your primary concern. What they say, a side chick. You don't want to be the side chick. You want to be the wife with all the benefits, right? You don't want to be a side at KFC. Normally the meal comes with mashed potatoes and coleslaw, and let me get a side of that. I just thought about it. Let me get some of that. Afterthought, right? Yeah, don't beat yourself up. Oh, see, you're retired. And if you don't have to work, then you won't advertise. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. Be blessed that you can be retired. Hopefully one day I can be retired. So you don't have to. That's why I can always tell when somebody have to, and it's like, I get to it when I want to. A side thing, My nose so itchy. I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's my tangent about, the notary business or anything else. Is it a side deal? Is it something? I get to it when I get to it. I have one more tip, and it's nothing wrong with that. If you don't have to work, you're blessed. But for those that have to make this a business in order to survive, in order to eat, you're going to have to put something into it. They don't just cut checks because you're pretty. Okay. I've been on vacation a couple times before, and I'm still working my business, and people kind of looking like, well, why is she on her phone? Or why are you doing this? Or why are you doing that? Clearly, and these are W2 people, okay? Straight up. They don't have no business. And that's okay. I'm not mad at you. I had a job too before, right? But when you're self-employed, it's different. I'm always working 24/7, like almost. Where my friends with a W2, they can take off and they're actually off work. I remember those days. But sometimes somebody bought my course and now they need to know how to access it. Or somebody's stuck on something and I've told them I'll be there for you or whatever. I don't get the luxury to just go off, like most of the time, like a regular W2. I'm on vacation, like straight up. I'm doing better at that. I'm getting much better at it. I'll leave a voicemail. I've talked about that before. If I'm not going to be available, I'll leave a voicemail or something like that. But I don't get the luxury to just say I'm off Thursday through Sunday. Don't call me. No, because sometimes, again, with my notary training business, somebody might need my help. It might be that I have promised them I would help them with something. Or again, they need to access a course, or they bought something from me and they need to make sure it's working for whatever reason. I'm very quick to respond. So, and again, that goes to my business and my brand. That's what I represent. So I had a couple times, like I said, several friends. It's like, well, why are you doing this? Because I want to eat. Because you don't cut checks because I look good. Just because I could put a flower in my hair. People don't write me a check because they like my shirt. I got to provide something, So yeah, see, that's what Yahuwah is saying. She said, that's the thing. I'm too young to be fully retired and I've invested a ton into this business. It's supposed to replace my career. Makes a big difference. Right. And that's what I'm saying. So when you do have to, you'll start advertising and you'll be in a Facebook group telling me what you did and everything. So yeah, so not to beat you up, honey. That was just some tips for everybody though. And again, don't feel bad sometimes when you have to work your business, you know. The grind is real. The struggle is real. So like I said, I don't have the luxury just to kind of chill out, you know, even when I'm on vacation. I'm not on vacation. I'm always doing something. I miss that part of W-2 because when I left my hospital job, they better not call me. I'd be like, what? What do you want? I don't even answer my phone. You got to text me. But with my business, though, again, my notary business, it might be something that I need to fix, you know, or a returning client. I want to make sure that they know, even if I cannot do it, I will provide somebody for you. And I had a couple more tips I want to share with y'all really quick because I won't see y'all again for real till after the first now. So, hey, J3, welcome, welcome. Hey, Gwendolyn, how are you? And one more tip I wanted to share with you guys. I had an I-9 that I completed today too, electronic I-9. I wanted to give you a couple tips on that. If you do not know how to complete the I-9 or ink fingerprinting and you want to add these services for next year, all courses are 50% off. Coupon code is Notary, Notary, just plain on Notary. And we are not just a plain on Notary, but that is the coupon code. Again, for all the courses, online self-paced courses are 50% off. We do have some dates up for some live training too, starting in next month in January. But I want to give you a couple tips on the I-9. So I had an I-9 client today. She actually came yesterday, but the lady who in her human resources department was out because of the holidays. So she's standing out here with me, and she sends the lady an email because this was an electronic one. Now it's 2 ways to complete it. And I know it's a lot of free YouTube videos out there. I even have one myself. But if you want to do it like a pro, I have a small training on it, which is really good. It tells you different ways to complete it, okay? So let me finish sharing this with you. I'm going to get back to the comments. So with the I-9, it was done electronically. So that means I have my laptop, I'm on my Wi-Fi, my everything, and then I have to fill in information that the client is bringing me, okay? So yesterday, she sends the email off to her HR department. They were out of the office, so she got an auto reply back. Sorry, we're out of the office until the 28th now. So now she has to come back today. So she tells me before she left yesterday, she goes, oh, I'll be back in the morning. Oh, no, you won't. I will let you know once I receive the document because, see, I already wasted some time with her yesterday because I didn't even know that it was electronic. That was on me. That was poor screening on my part. I did not ask her, is it electronic or is it a paper method? I should have asked that. I normally don't because they'll usually tell you poor screening. So these are some tips, gems, okay? I should have asked, is it electronic or paper, right? So I didn't. And again, she came here yesterday, so she had to come back again today. So when she came back, I called her after I actually received the email from her company because they sent me an email. And then she gets here and my internet went out. I sometimes the electronic, you think it would be faster, but it takes more time. So the internet went out after I had uploaded all the stuff. Completed. I hadn't uploaded yet. I'm coming to that. So I completed everything. My internet goes out. I said, oh, the Lord. So I have to retype everything, which it saved most of the information. And what it didn't save, some of it pre-filled in the Word or whatever's on this operating system for the thing, for the laptop. So then another piece. So I'm getting to a couple points here. So I don't know if you have a laptop or not. I don't usually say that it's something that you need for your business, but you may need a laptop or a nice tablet or whatever. So you can, because sometimes trying to complete an I-9 on your telephone, I've never even tried that. She actually asked me, she said, well, why don't you try to do it on your phone? That way you don't have to worry about the internet going out. And I was like, yeah, I don't do stuff like that on my telephone. I don't even make certain major purchases on my telephone. I like to be at my desktop or my laptop because I want to see the whole screen. And on the phone, you can't see as much. So my tips here are, you may need a cheap laptop, or for when you're doing I-9s, you may, or unless you're really savvy with the telephone, because there's so many little check marks that they ask you to hit before you can go onto the next screen and everything. So that was my tip as far as the I-9 is concerned. Just make sure you're prepared when they have an electronic one, because they're not always going to be paper. Okay, I'm going to answer a couple more questions, and I am going to get out of here because I know you guys. Let's see. Who said, I purchased several of your trainings. Thank you. I appreciate it. And she is NNA certified, LSS certified, and we'll get it together. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. It is definitely my pleasure. I want everybody to win. And when everyone says it's enough money for everybody, it really is. Because again, I always say I close at 5. You might be open till 9. I'm open 7 days a week, but on Sundays I don't usually start until afternoon. So you might be able to work Sunday morning, so there's plenty of money. People always need something notarized. Learn different services. Don't be a one-trick pony. I was talking to my husband because I was watching something on TV, and they were talking about Barnes and Nobles. I'm going to end on this note, y'all. Barnes and Nobles, and I'll get a couple more comments before I leave. But Barnes and Nobles, there's a bookstore for those of you who do not know, and they didn't keep up with the times. What I was watching on YouTube actually, and the man was saying how when Apple came out with the iPad, most iPad purchasers or consumers are readers. Who knew? They knew, right? They do all kind of research on us. They watching everything we do. Don't ask me who they are, but they are. So anyway, he was saying that Barnes and Nobles didn't keep up because as people were going to digital books, Barnes and Nobles had to file bankruptcy. They're the leading book industry. Had they realized what was going on and pivoted and changed how they were doing business, meaning start having some electronic methods for people to be able to read their books, nobody knew iPad was coming out and what it was capable of. Somebody should have been watching the market during that time to see, people are now reading their books digitally. Oh, what do we need to do to make sure we capture and keep that same clientele? What do we need to do? They did not. They're out of business. Now you take Books a Million. I have done a couple signings there. You see in some of my videos with Books a Million. What are they doing? They don't just sell books. They sell coffee. They don't just sell coffee. They sell toys. I went in Books a Million. I said, am I in Toys R Us or a bookstore? Am I in Starbucks or a bookstore? Guess what? I'm in all of it because they want to get all the money. They want to capture all the clients. So they not only sell books, they sell coffee, they sell toys, they sell cookies, they sell energy bars, everything at Books a Million. You see the difference? You got to pivot. You got to change. You got to add these services. I might not ever get an I-9. Why I need that training? I'll just go watch a YouTube video. You can try that. Or you can do it like a pro while I got the courses on sale for 50% off. And the coupon code is Notary again for all the courses. Don't wait until you get the phone call. Ink fingerprinting. Don't wait for your notary training. People call me all day long. Or I see on Facebook, how you notarize this? Putting pictures and stuff in there. And then you put the client's information in there. Don't do that, y'all. But I've seen it. Don't wait until that happens and then try to learn how to notarize. Now's the time to learn how to notarize. Notarize like a pro is my course. It's on sale, 50% off. And I have the live training also. Okay. And even if it's not my course, self-teach yourself. YouTube, while you got some extra time. Google, what is an acknowledgement? What is a jurat? Whatever. I don't know. But don't wait until it happens. Be prepared. Stay in tune with the market. Okay. Stay in tune. We already know loan signings are not the same, but the apostille business is real. I did one today. Y'all know I'm working on that for 2023, right? Or whenever you're watching this, I'm working on apostille. So I had one today and went to Ecuador. Changed my whole day to do an apostille. That's a whole nother story. I don't even have time for it. But anyway, I got that apostille money today. So let me see what else. Topeka, welcome. Topeka says we need an iPad or Surface on the go to link to your phone for cell phone connection if the internet is down. Thank you so much, Topeka, and welcome. I don't know that I've seen your name before. And Topeka says that they love Books a Million. Yeah, I do too. It's a really nice store. But take the point from that, guys. Those are watching now and on the replay, that we want to be like Books A Million. They sell books, coffee, toys, cookies, cakes. They sell everything. That's what you need to do for your notary business. Don't just be able to stamp I-9, ink finger, proctor, courier service. Now you're hearing a lot about medical specimen collections and all this stuff. Wedding officiant. It's so many things. If you have not checked out my video, 12 ways, and it's more than 12, I need to do another video. But 12 ways to make money as a notary. It's real. Don't just put all your money in. If it's not a refi, I'm not going to do it. What? I stamp everything from school notes to whatever you got, I can stamp it. Whatever you got, I can stamp it. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to head out. I wish everyone the best. Please be safe out there. We will see you in January. It's around the corner. Please be safe. And I am going to say bye for now. And I will see y'all soon. Okay. And be on the lookout. If you are not in the Facebook group, join Notary Educators Facebook group, because we're going to have a free event coming up soon, okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much, Dre Blake. Hey, Gwendolyn. Well, I'm going to say good night, everybody. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at notaryeducatorsllc.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.